everybody! Welcome back to Kids Party Circus Workshop Easter Crafts. So this is your first of 6 and our first craft is making an Easter bonnet. So come on, let's hop to it! I'm going to start off by making the Easter bonnet by taking a piece of A4 thin card. So it's quite thin there because we're going to need to bend it round. Now the measurements that I'm going to be working to, I'm going to draw 2 centimetres, make a little mark at 2 centimetres, make another mark with 12 centimetres and then do another 2 centimetres. I'm going to do that top and bottom. The bonnet that I'm making is just going to be more like a little miniature top hat. So it's not going to be around the whole head, but if you were to do the whole head, just make sure that you're going to leave enough top and bottom to be able to have fixings for your rim and the top of the hat. So I'm just going to draw the lines down so we can separate these up. Going to cut and take away that section, and then we're going to fold along this line and this line here. Okay, so I've removed the bit that we don't need and I've used the ruler to bend along those lines and put those in. So let's just give it a slight curve, because this is the shape it's going to be. Now along these 2 lines here, what we need to do is we're going to cut triangles along one edge, and then we're going to cut squares along the other edge. So this is what your card will look like after you've cut all the pieces out. Now I have taken away one of the squares at the bottom because when you fold your hat around, this will allow for the overlap. So for time and convenience, I'm using a piece of double-sided sticky tape. And then fold your hat round and over, lining that up. And this creates your cylinder part of your hat. So the triangles will be at the top and the squares will be at the bottom for the brim. Now remember that you can do this height any height you like. You can either add extra card to it or take it away. The height and the width and the size of the hat is totally down to yourself. So for your bottom squares where the brim is going to sit, let's just make sure that they're all pointing outwards. And your triangles will need to face in. Squish all them down. Okay, let's just pop that out of the way for just 1 second. So to make the brim, take another piece of card. And with our hat, I said you'd need a circular object. So depending on how big you've made your hat, you're going to need another cylindrical object which is wider. So for this purposes, let's just quickly flip this over. This one now works out to be 16 centimetres in diameter. And the hat is nearly 9 centimetres. So we've got a little bit of a brim there. So draw around the object you're going to use as the brim. Then we're going to place the hat in the centre and draw around that. So I've just found out that my tape is pretty much the same size as my hat. So I've just quickly drawn around that to make it a little bit neater. Now, if you're clever, because we're going to need 2 of these smaller circles and 2 of these wider ones. So you could cut around the inner circle and then use both pieces. Otherwise, just draw the circles out separately. So I'll cut 2 of these and 2 of these. So with a little adjustment, we've now got our 2 discs with the 2 circles cut out. Those 2 circles are here, which will be for the tops of your hat. Now I have made incisions in either side of this one and threaded through some elastic just for when it goes on and sits around the neck. I've just put some sellotape on just to try and secure those a little bit more. So the first thing that we will want to do is to take your disc without the elastic on. We're going to put some glue just around the edge there, and we're going to pop it over our hat. Now that should stick to those little squares that we've got in there to help support it. Now with this other bit, we're going to make sure that where we've got the inside of our knots for whichever method we're using, we're going to put a load of glue all around this rim to secure it down. And then this will sit on this side. That's it. And we can press these 2 together. Now for the top part of the hat, take one of your circles, apply your glue, and then we're going to first put it on the inside of the hat and press that down. Turn it over. Apply glue to your second circle. And you can do this one all over because that's going to stick to the inner one. Place it on top. And then push those 2 together and allow those to dry. So I hope you got on okay making your Easter bonnets. Now I've just made some little scalloped edges here just to make it look a little bit more flowery. So whether you've done this in coloured card or you've done it in white card, now decorate it up to however you feel fit, and please do head over to the Facebook page and upload pictures of how you're getting on so far underneath the video in the comments. I'll see you next time. Bye!